大家好，我是新安。
我是文康。
We are a couple based in Paris and we love great French food and wines. Today, we will introduce our first video of a series around French wine. In France, there are actually hundreds of different wines. So, how can you choose among them?
In this video, we will help you to understand what are the main kinds of French wines. We will give you some tips to pick up the right one for you. To make it in a simple way, you can classify wines thanks to three elements: by the presence of bubbles, by the wine color, and by the region where the wine is made. So first of all, the presence of bubbles. The wines without bubbles are called still wines, 静酒, and the wines with bubbles are called sparkling wines, 起泡酒. The most famous sparkling wine is the champagne, champagne in French. A sparkling wine can be called champagne only if it is produced in the Champagne region, not in any other region of France or in any other country.
Sparkling wines is often drunk in more festive events because it has bubble and it has also a light taste. So, for important moments such as birthday, wedding, graduation, you can choose champagne for the celebration. You usually drink it before the meal. If it's a party or just a small gathering, you can actually choose a normal sparkling wine, such as French Crémant or Mousseux, which are also really good.
The second way to classify French wine is by color. There are red wines, pink wines, and white wines.
Firstly, let's talk about why the colors are different. It's because the ingredients and the wine-making method are different. For the red wine, for instance, it is made from the flesh of red grapes with skins and seeds. Red grape skins has a lot of natural pigments in them, so when the grape juice is macerated with red skin for a long time, usually several weeks, it takes its color.
Now, let's talk about the pink wines. Pink wines are also made from red grapes, but the time the grape juice is macerated with the skin is quite short, usually just several hours. So that's why the red color in the pink wine is quite light. French people call it rosé.
White wines are generally only made from the flesh of white grapes. However, there are also white wines made from the flesh of red grape. Because the flesh is almost always colorless, so the final wine is therefore white.
As a general rule, the white and pink wines are more refreshing and lighter in taste, while red wines are more intense and stronger in the taste. So if you're just starting out or you like refreshing taste, you can pick up either the white or the pink wines. If you prefer a stronger taste, you can go for the red one.
Another rule of thumb is to match the wine's color with the food color. So, white wine for white meat, like fish, chicken or pork, and red wine are good for red meat, like duck, beef or lamb. Finally, in France and in most European countries, wines can also be classified by geographical regions. In general, in the north of France, you can find more white wines, while in the south of France, you can find more red wine or pink wine.
For white wines, there's great wine in Burgundy, Bourgogne, Alsace, 阿尔萨斯, Vallée de la Loire, 卢瓦尔河谷. If you want something classic, you can choose a Riesling from Alsace, 雷司令, a Chardonnay from Bourgogne, 霞多丽. For pink wines, there are two big regions in France: Provence, 普旺斯, Corse, 科西嘉岛. Provence is actually one of the biggest pink wine production region in the world. So we recommend you to try a rosé from Provence that French people like to drink in the summertime. For red wines, you can find the famous Bordeaux, 波尔多, Bourgogne, 勃艮第, Sud-Est, 法国西南部, Languedoc-Roussillon, 法国南部, and Vallée du Rhône, 诺纳河谷. If you just start out and you like a strong taste, you can try directly the Bordeaux. If you like a lighter taste, you can try Bourgogne, Burgundy酒.
So, to sum up, you can choose wine based on whether there is bubble or not. For celebration, we advise you to choose sparkling wine like champagne, or crémant, or mousseux.
For people who like refreshing and lighter taste, you can choose white wine such as Riesling from Alsace, 阿尔萨斯的雷司令 Chardonnay from Bourgogne, 勃艮第的霞多丽 and pink wines from Provence, 普罗旺斯的粉红葡萄酒. For people who prefer stronger tastes, you can go for red wines from Bordeaux, 波尔多. If you like lighter taste, you can go for red wine from Bourgogne, Burgundy, and you can also match the wine color with the food color.
So, red wine for red meat and white wine for white meat. So, this is the end of the video. We hope that you enjoyed it and that you learned a lot of things about French wines. If you like it, don't forget to like and subscribe, and see you next time.
Salut!